Let's talk about life for a minute. I want to tell you a story, and by the end of it, you might see your own life a little differently. Here's what happened. Have you ever felt like you are doing everything right, but nothing seems to be changing? I know that is not the kind of question people usually ask out loud. Most of us keep it to ourselves. We smile, we tell people we are fine, we congratulate other people when something good happened to them, but deep down, there is something quite thought that what am I doing wrong? You have had that thought too. Maybe you have looked at your friends and watched them get married while you're still wondering when your own person will come along. Maybe maybe you have watched someone announce a new job while you're still sending out application. Maybe you have watched people build businesses, buy houses, travel the world, and you are still sitting there thinking, why does it feel like everyone else is moving ahead except me? If you have ever felt that way, I want you to know something before we go any further. You are not strange for feeling it, and you are definitely not alone. I remember a season in my own life that I don't talk about very often. It felt like every morning started the same way. Wake up, open my email, refresh, nothing. Check another job application, nothing. Send another CV, wait, still hoping. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and if I'm being honest, it wasn't the rejection that hurt the most, it was the silence. Nobody tells you how heavy silence can be. At least with a rejection, you know where you stand. But silence leave you wondering, did they even see my application? Am I not good enough? Is everyone moving forward except me? Those questions can become really loud when you are sitting alone. Maybe you have been there too. Maybe your story isn't about finding a job. Maybe it is about praying for something that still haven't or hasn't happened. Maybe it is about trying to save your relationship while it feels like the other person stopped trying. Maybe it is about watching everyone celebrating milestones that you secretly wish were happening in your own life. Different stories, same feelings. The feelings that someone or somehow life forgot about you. Can I tell you something I have realized? Comparison is strange because it doesn't just steal your joy, it steals your perspective. Think about it. When we are constantly looking at everyone else's life or everyone else's life, we stop noticing what is happening in our own life. We only see the highlight reels. We don't see the night they cried, the opportunity they lost, the fear they carry, the moment they question themselves. We compare our behind the scene to someone else's best moments. And somehow expect that comparison to be fair. It is never. I caught myself doing this thing not too long ago. I was scrolling through social media. One person had just bought a new car, another had gotten engaged. Somehow, or someone else announced a promotion. Then another person shared picture from a country I will always want to visit. And without even realizing it, my mood changed immediately. Instantly, my mood changed. Nothing in my life had actually gotten worse. The only thing that changed was what I was looking at. Think about that for a second. Sometimes the problem isn't that your life is getting worse. Sometimes you are just spending too much time watching everyone else. And I think that is something many of us are guilty of, even including me. Because social media has a funny way of kind of making us feel late, feel like unseen. You open your phone for 5 minutes and suddenly it feels like everyone is getting engaged. Everyone is starting a business. Everyone is buying a house. Everyone is living the life you have been praying for. Meanwhile, you are just trying to get through another Monday. If we are honest, it can make you question your journey. I think that is where comparison becomes dangerous. Not because it shows us what other people have, but because it quietly convinces us that we are falling behind. But behind who? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. That is the question I've been asking myself lately. Behind who? Who decide we are all supposed to reach the same destination at the same time? Who decide that if you are not married by a certain age or in a certain amount of money or drive a certain car, you have somehow failed? I don't remember agreeing to those rules. Do you? Ask yourself.